Well, it's a great day today on Houston Life because we are baking the world a better place one treat at a time. Do you get it?
Baking the world.
Yes,
I
okay,
see.
thank you. Okay, and really just exploring the idea that baking is so much more than making treats.
Yeah, and for our next guest, baking has been a journey of healing and self-care. Florence Jackson left behind a career in oil and gas to follow her true passion, baking. She joins us now with more on how she did it all. Hey, this is really cool. We're always inspired when people say, hey, I think I need a change in my life. Describe to us the situation that led to this transition in your career.
Okay, we'll try and keep it short.
Okay.
So I had my kind of corporate career and it was going pretty well. I was really enjoying it. I got my promotion to move out to the US with my husband.
From Scotland?
From Scotland.
Okay.
Moved out here together. And by that point, I'd been baking on Instagram. I had a website and I had a cookbook coming out. So it kind of just happened. We were driving home from work one day. I was sobbing in the car, just like, I cannot do this anymore.
Aww.
This isn't serving me. It's not my purpose. And my husband just turned around and said, drop it, time to go, put your all into your passion, and that's what I did.
Everyone needs someone like that to support. We're seeing this beautiful picture of you and your husband.
Wow.
Shout out to him for saying, hey, you know what, I believe in you. You need to believe in you. Let's talk about baking though, because it's kind of ironic given that your relationship with food hasn't always been the best. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, happily. I'm a big advocate on my platforms, kind of across every network. It's just that I'm very open about mental health and about my background in that. So back when I was about 21, 22, I developed an eating disorder and I really struggled with that. You know, every calorie I ate had to be earned back. And then I began to bake as something to do in the evening, and I'd bring it into the office, and I realized that if I'd baked it myself, I had no idea what the numbers were in that bake, and therefore I could eat as much as I want and I wouldn't make myself go for that like run at lunchtime, or I wouldn't force myself to go to the gym, and it just sort of began to build back up. And I realized when I bake for people, everyone was kind of praising it and celebrating it, and that's just became my thing, was that I baked for everybody. I did everyone's birthday cake in the office, and I used to leave a secret box of cookies on my husband's desk back when he was like my boyfriend in the very early days. I just leave a little secret
That
box
is so sweet.
That is.
Yeah.
Literally.
So it's almost like you built the system of paying it forward, right? Because in baking, you're doing something for someone else, right? You're bringing them joy, but you are also doing something for yourself in this process. Why did you decide to share your story so publicly, and what has the response been online? Because I'm sure there are a lot of folks out there who are inspired.
Yeah, definitely. I think throughout I've received a heap of really positive DMs, emails, everything, and I've kept everything. Every email or DM that I've ever gotten, I've got a folder of them in my phone of just people that have said, oh my God, thank you for speaking out about this. It's a much more common problem than we think. I've talked about it on LinkedIn too, and it used to be part of my job in internal communications that I'd write the commentary for Mental Health Week and everything like that. And you know, it's really significant to be able to start to encourage people just to talk about it more, destigmatize, especially with, you know, younger people and the impact that social media can have. Let's try and bring a bit of positivity to it.
It's so brave. It's so brave to be vulnerable about something that has deeply affected you. But now, you know, you're in your niche, you're in what you like. Was that transition hard? I mean, what, if any, roadblocks did you encounter on your way to finding your baking style?
I started out, it was a lot of trial and error, and I say that to everyone with baking. I know a lot of people say, I can't bake, but you can expect trial and error in baking. You know, a bit like when if I'm cooking something new for dinner, I give a warning beforehand. And it's an experiment. We might need to get we need to get the apps at the ready. You never know how it's going to come out. And then the Reels came about just as I started on Instagram. So like, I kind of really took off with them and had a lot of fun.
Yum.
And I really just bake what I like to eat. I don't pay attention really to trending things unless I think they're fun. I just bake things that are good and easy that anyone can make at home without, you know, special tools or equipment or anything like that.
It's a great philosophy. I also must say I am wildly frustrated right now because those videos are so delicious. I want to eat everything that you showed us. The cookbook, I think it's really interesting, the series of events here, because I mean, you were far enough along in your hobby that you had created this cookbook. Is it all sweet treats? What do people find inside the pages?
So the cookbook itself came out about a year ago, and so I was writing it. I got 2 months to write the manuscript in the middle of our move from the UK to the US.
Oh my gosh.
So I was saying earlier, you know, I was baking and testing everything, and then we'd have to put the pans in a box to get ready to ship it on the big container that got sent over. And the day that I went down for the photo shoot for that book, that was the day that my husband had to pack the entire apartment, the entire kitchen. I flew in and out of London in a day. He was packing up. I got back and the movers were there taking it all away. It was, yeah, not the best timing.
But I mean, and little do those readers know as they're flipping through the pages how the chaos behind the scenes that was happening.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Like, luckily, it's not in the book, but they were going on behind.
You know
lots
I bet.
of
what
late
it took.
nights. But not all sweet. We've got there are 80 recipes in the book. About 20 or so are savory. So a little bit something for everyone.
Florence Jackson, I am so glad that we have more time with you. We got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to go into the kitchen. Of course, duh, obviously, we got to try out some of your expert skills. It is a frosted cherry brownie cup. The recipe and the tips coming up. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Now, before the break, we got to know cookbook author and content creator Florence Jackson.
Yeah, and a quick look at her Instagram will show you just how talented she is. Her love for desserts, turning them into decadent, delicious bites that are just as beautiful as they are delicious, right? So today she's sharing her cherry frosted brownie cups with us. Perfect for use while cherries are in season. If you're just joining us, so Florence was telling us the story. I mean, you were in a career where, you know, you felt like maybe you wanted to do something different, right? And your husband gave you that push. For anyone out there who feels like they're stuck and they want to try something new, but maybe they don't have your husband, Ian, to give them a little push, what's your advice?
I heard a quote, and I heard it not long after I quit, but it said, the moment you feel ready to do the next thing, it's already too late. Like, you could have done it months ago, you know, like, there is no better time than now. So the moment you feel ready, you were probably actually ready about 6 months ago. So like, just go and do it. Like, if I didn't need to wait as long as I did. I was just making sure that I felt prepared. Obviously, you know, financially, make sure that you're sound and everything like that. Don't quit your job and
move to the U.S.
do anything
from
crazy.
Scotland.
Yeah.
But you're born in England, right?
Born in England.
Born in England.
London.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Okay, born in England, moved to Scotland when you're 22, made your way to Houston, as so many people do. Let's talk about this delicious dessert we have in front of us, because oftentimes we think of brownies, we think of them just in a pan, essentially. But you've done something a little different.
So these are a wonderful way to kind of share a brownie in a way that's not everybody grabbing at a brownie. So you take it into work or a school bake sale, anything like that. I also find they're a lot easier in terms of just kind of getting them to look cute. And not only that, everybody gets an edge piece.
Ooh,
which
that's
is
so important.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this mason jar. What is this? It's
So
cherry colored.
It is cherry colored. It's my homemade cherry syrup. I made it about 2 days back, and it is a great way to use up cherries, especially if you've got a few that are on the turn, they're going out, and they're a little bit too squishy or something. Like, you don't really want to eat them at that point.
Okay.
You turn them into this wonderful syrup. So all you have to do is kind of cut them in half, pit them, and boil them up with water and sugar for about half hour. Turns into that, and you can use it. I mean, right now it's trending to put it in a latte, but you can put it in frosting, which is what I've done here, and it's, you know, an entirely natural
Such
flavor.
a simple recipe too. Just the cherries, sugar, and water.
That's it.
Okay, and we're seeing the recipe on our screen. When it comes to making actually the brownie, and you're putting it in these little like cupcake pans, how do you create the well here?
The divot.
The divot. So what you do, you just get, I use a teaspoon measure or a tablespoon measure, you know, the kind of ones that you measure out your ingredients in.
Yeah.
And while the brownie cup is still warm, you're just gonna press it in there. Just give it a little,
So when
and
they
it's
come
done.
out of the oven and
give
they're
it a
still
few
soft?
minutes, don't burn yourself, but yeah, a few minutes out the oven.
Amazing.
Give it a little press down, let them cool, and then you can fill it however you want. I've got a bunch of recipes like this online and on my Instagram, and there's a Reddit thread about how I only do brownies, so I've got to give the people what they know me for.
Hey, Brandon loves brownies. He's gonna love this. Okay, so once you have these ready to go, how do you make the whipped cream? Or the
this is
frosting,
the
rather?
frosting. This is standard buttercream. We're going to put a whole load of.
May I?
Go for it. Here we
you go,
go.
Derek.
We've got a bunch of room temperature butter. You put that in your.
It smells
stand
good.
mixer. So it's all natural in there. If you want to flavor it up, if you want to add color to it, if you want to keep it natural, you could add freeze-dried strawberry powder. Okay. But if you want to go for food coloring, you go for it. You go mad.
Okay, so you said you're using butter in this buttercream?
Butter, powdered sugar.
Okay.
Splash of that. And then when I was making the cherry syrup, you get kind of the remnants of the cherries. It's like a sticky mixture, and I threw a little bit of that in.
And she didn't bring it, the sticky mixture, because she knows you don't like sticky stuff.
I have this thing about being sticky, but I can make it.
In hindsight, maybe next time I'll bring it.
Okay, and then you're just piping using
That's
this very
beautiful.
fancy tip here.
Yes.
Wow.
This
Look
is
at
a
that.
standard 1M. You can get these kind of piping bags everywhere. Wherever you do your grocery shop, you can buy these from. You don't need anything technical, anything specialist, but I do find that tip comes out great every time.
Well, it does make it look like a pro did it, and clearly we are not pros
This
here.
frosting is amazing.
And then do you add any of this additional cherry syrup?
If you would like to drizzle some on, we got the little spoons. You go ahead.
I would like to drizzle
a little
some
drizzle
on.
drazzle.
However you, and look at the color of
Gorgeous.
that.
It's so pretty.
There is something so satisfying about making something and
Right.
having a finished product to show for your work.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then
Okay, look
these
at that.
in-season cherries.
Yeah,
So you put them right
absolutely.
on top.
However you want to do it.
These are so beautiful, Florence. So online, while we take a bite, people can find you on all social platforms. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. Instagram is my main one, but I have a website, I have my cookbook. So there are a lot of avenues you can take depending on what you want to do, but always free recipes, and I have a newsletter and all sorts.
Florence, I'm sorry, you
Go
keep
ahead.
things so easy. It was a pleasure having you on. You're
Absolutely a pleasure.
inspiring. This recipe, we've already put it up on our website, okay? All you have to do is go to the Scene On section of HoustonLife.tv. Let us know how your batch turned out in the comment section, and you can share them on Click to Pins because we definitely want to see that.
Florence, this is a home run. It is absolutely delicious. Come back and see us anytime. We'll be right back.
Okay.